Thanks for joining me here today at Piscean Plant Boy, also known as Cody's Crispy Leaves. Today I'm doing a care video on the goldfish plant, also known as Nematanthus. I'm really bad at Latin names or scientific names, but it's Nematanthus gregorosus or gregaris. There we go. And let me show you the plant. So this is the goldfish plant. Unfortunately, mine's not in bloom today, but you can see it has these kind of dark, glossy, almost succulent-like leaves. When they're younger, they grow upright. And then as they get older, they trail down, kind of like this guy. So I originally got this on Facebook, or off of Facebook rather, and I got it for super cheap. And then I found an even cheaper one and kind of combined them. So the newer ones, like these guys, are from the second plant. These longer ones are from the original plant that I bought. They're from tropical Brazil, and they are a shrub species. They are pollinated by hummingbirds. Their flowers can pretty much flower anytime. Mine tend to flower more in the fall when it starts getting cooler because their ideal temperature is between about 65 to like 77 is their ideal range. They do like high humidity. However, that doesn't mean they need it. They can easily live on room ambient humidity. So as far as their care, it's pretty easy. Um, they really, sorry, I have mealy bugs, so I'm looking at those. I'll be right back so I can go clean those up. Okay, and we're back. So again, they like high humidity, but it's not necessary. They also like indirect light, but they still like a lot of light. So I really like to have mine in an east window. West would probably do really well. During the winter, my south window gets very little light, so I do keep it there in the winter time just because I live in Rochester, New York, and it's very cloudy during the winter, dreary. Sometimes I'll go 2 weeks without the sun, so I like to keep it there. But once it starts to reach about 50-ish degrees at night, I'll reopen my sunroom, which is like a 3 seasons sunroom. So I will move it into there, into the east window, and hopefully it'll start blooming again. It likes really fast draining soil. They're epiphytes in nature, so that means that they usually grow on trees, so like in the crooks of the branches where all that like debris falls. So they like it really fast draining. They do like to be root bound, so I try to keep the pots as small as possible. Mine is kind of getting out there. Let's see if we can, yeah, see the roots. I don't know if you can see, but the roots are growing out the bottom, probably because it's a cash cow and sometimes water gets in there. But I will repot this probably, maybe this weekend. But yeah, east window, bright light, fast draining soil. They're really easy for me. I don't have very much else to say about them other than they're easy, and if you give them enough light, they'll flourish. Um, yeah, and they have these beautiful, cute blooms that they're orange and they look like goldfish or guppies. Um, as far as other species, I do have a couple other species of Nematanthus. Well, actually, I have a cultivar and one species, and then I have a seedling, and I'll show you that at the end of the video. But here is my Nematanthus tropicana. Let's see if I can pull. See, there's some of the blooms. These ones are striped red and yellow. The other ones are just straight like neon orange. This one is more of a shrub. It grows more upright. Same care. I do grow these like under grow lights for 12 hours a day. This one is near a humidifier, but just because that's closest to the, or it's not, it's like the on my shelf, and it's the only place I have room under lights for a plant this big. Like as you can see, it's over a foot tall, plus the pot, and it's in a 5-inch pot. I think I just repotted this not too long ago. And then I have this Nemantanthus nervosa. And this guy has really cool blooms. It's not blooming quite yet, but here's one forming. This one kind of like droops down and is like a pinky red color, like a dark pinky red. And that's really cool. This one also, like underneath, has really red undersides. And then I just thought, since we're going into spring, we have lots of propagations going on. So I did recently take some propagation. So if you didn't know, with these plants and a lot of other plants, if you trim them or prune them, their branches start, or their vines start branching, or branches will branch more. So I did take a few cuttings. There's a little tiny bit of leaves, and so when, or not leaves, roots. What am I talking about? So there's lots of root, not lots, but there's little roots like this. But anyway, once these get, I don't know, an inch or two long, I'll pot them back up in the pot. I'll actually, maybe that's what I'll do. I'll wait till these are rooted and then I'll repot the whole thing together. But as far as that, I'm going to show you the seedling. Okay, so these are all seedlings that I got from the Gesneriad Society. They have really low germination rates. So I've had these, I think they're about 3 months now. I did repot the ones that sprouted. But yeah, it's not a pretty sight, but this one is a Albus Nova Esperanza or something. And this is another one. You can just see they're tiny, tiny. But yeah, there's the other ones. Those are other like calumnias, drimonias. But yeah, so there we go. Well, thank you for joining and watching my video. Make sure you hit like and subscribe and share your video if you want to. Let me know if you have any goldfish plants, if you have any cool species or cultivars, or even other Gesneriads. I'd love to see yours.